Prevention of corrosion. First example, painting. Second method is oiling and greasing.
Works too. We put kerosene in the same style bottles as our sewing machine oil so that you can direct the kerosene precisely on the point that is to be cleaned. You may order these long spouted empty bottles on our website as well. Both the top and bottom gears should be cleaned at the same time. Therefore, it would be necessary to remove the spool pin cover plate and the drip pan. I recommend placing the machine on a piece of cardboard to catch and absorb the drips from the kerosene and dirty residue that flows while cleaning. Once the gears are clean, the new lubricant can be added by putting a bead of lubricant on the gears and then slowly turning the hand wheel.
Third method is galvanizing. In galvanizing, zinc is coated on iron metal. Here zinc is there in the molten form and the iron material is dipped into it. When it is in the molten form, it is very hot. It gets coated on the iron and in this way galvanization takes place. Here you see copper sulfate, which was blue in color, was put in the glass water. The water turned blue in color, and there was copper strip and this steel spatula or the spoon. Both were connected to a wire and then connected to a battery. When they were connected to the battery, the electrons start flowing, and copper from the copper strip got deposited on the iron spatula. In this way, electroplating, the third preventive measure from corrosion, took place. Here you saw the copper utensils, because they are very difficult to clean. They get corroded easily. Copper oxide layer forms on it. So they are coated with tin. Tin coating is also called kalai in Hindi or Marathi. So coating of tin is done over here. This is the next fourth method of prevention of corrosion.
Hold that for a while. Let me scrape this one down to it.
Oh
There
my
we
God.
go.
Look at that.
Yeah. I think we got it. Now the difference between yesterday and today is today we'll finish the whole boat on the outside. And we even came back down here and shot over where it was rolled it on because it just gives it a nicer look on the outside, a little better finish. And we used 5 gallons with the rollers up here doing 2 coats. 5 gallons with the sprayer only gets you about halfway. So we're putting on a lot more paint with the sprayer as we should be. It's 20 mils thick on the wet gauge. So if you're going to roll your boat, you probably ought to think about putting on 3 coats with the roller. I think the thing I like doing the most is having a little bit of overlap with the pattern before, and then I'll come back and go across it perpendicular to this line. So I'll do that, and I'll come back, finish the horizontal, and I'll do a vertical spray. And I have a wet dim gauge in my pocket that I've used, and I've gotten used to what it looks like and how much I have to go, how slow I have to go. I get on 20 mils. 20 mils is a lot of paint. And for you people that don't do the American thing, a mil is not a millimeter, it's a thousandth of an inch when you're talking about paint. And I want a little more paint on than normal right here, so we've gone over this with like 4 coats. This is the water line where stuff floating in the water will bump into the boat. We come across it with vertical passes. Okay, here's the results. It's all done, exterior of the hull. Yesterday, Bart and I spent 3 hours putting 2 coats of paint on with rollers on this side, top half. That was 5 gallons of paint. which turns out isn't enough. It's just not enough coverage, not enough gallons to get the coverage you want. You want about 75 square feet per gallon. Today,
So this was coal tar painting on the ship. This was next preventive measure. Here the sixth preventive measures against corrosion is using red lead. Red lead oxide is painted on iron material.
ऐसे करके एक कोट लगा दीजिए और दीवार बचा के, ताकि दीवार पे ना लगे। इस साइड में जब आप करें तो प्यार से, ठीक है। और जैसे इसके नीचे हमने बिछा रखा है ना, इसको भी करेंगे तो इसके नीचे भी बिछाइए। मैं सिर्फ दिखाने के लिए आप, ठीक है। ये इस तरीके से आप रेड ऑक्साइड कर सकते हैं। थोड़ा फिनिशिंग दे दीजिए। एक फुट प्राइमर।
In this way, corrosion of metals and its prevention was explained with the help of some videos from YouTube.